So Abby Larkin gets the game underway, and already Palace good to go on the front with the ball being aimed towards Ashley Vierden. Keeping things tight at the back is one of Joe Potter's priorities today, as Palace win themselves an early free kick. So an early opportunity for Palace to assert themselves with a set play situation, and they're committing plenty of players forward to it. And I know there's policy being taken there, but the Sunderland defence not risking anything, conceding the corner, which will be taken by Abby Larkin. Ramjohn with the defensive header. Crystal Palace crowding the near post as Larkin swings the ball in. Defended well. Turned back in again by Blanchard. Vierden playing the ball out wide towards Larkin. Sunderland throw. For Sunderland to assert themselves, with Emily Scarr looking to make her presence shown. She's been Sunderland's star player this season. And WSL 2 Player of the Month for September. So good anticipation there for Emmanuel Blanchard to seize on the ball and turn it back to keeper Shea Yanez. Just able to keep the ball in play. Here's Napier for Crystal Palace. Never getting herself into the game. Napier again, closed down by Griffiths. And Maloney was able to read the situation well. Howard making her presence felt in the early stages of the game. Napier, with a little bit of skill. Havermont challenged. Napier will deliver a throw in for Crystal Palace. Makes the reverse catch and was able to meander away inside. Larkin's cross. And ball by Van Hevermont it was, as the ball bounced up and struck the left arm. Fenton going long and picking out Scarr. But Amy Everett was alert to any potential danger, and the crowd certainly warming to her return after that long-standing ankle problem. Everett. Napier's wide. Everett chooses to go long instead. John playing the ball back to Maloney. And Griffiths excuse a first touch, and then is guilty of impeding Napier. Everett. Playing the ball forward, but Sunderland regain possession. Here's Chiba. Nevermore making an interception. Larkin doing well for Crystal Palace. Means Everett. From Blanchard. Trying to assert themselves, and there could be a possible opportunity here, and a shooting chance. Hitting the crossbar with Jamie Napier finding himself in room and taking a pass and having the confidence to go for goal. But striking the crossbar with a really good attempt. Set himself onto a right foot, rising and then bouncing off the top of the bar. Keeper going with a bounce to the ball, but it breaks for Fenton. Sunderland have got players forward in this attack as Watson looks to advance. Corner given. And Blanchard getting in the way. And Corbin coming forward from a right back position. Player free on the edge of the penalty area. Katie Watson, that's where the ball has gone. And Watson can shoot here and points the back of the net. And with Crystal Palace defending deep and totally neglecting Katie Watson, she had the time and the space to fire through a crowd of players and give Sunderland a 9-minute lead. It's the second goal of the campaign. She's got so much room, but when the ball came to her, one touch of the right foot, another swing of the leg, and a shot through everybody. Crystal Palace 0, Sunderland 1. To respond immediately. Here's Veerden, the Dutch winger. Touching by the way the Crystal Palace set up defensive of that corner. They were expecting an in-swinger. O'Reilly, Sunderland manager, has presided already over one away win this season. Here's Vernon with Pallet. And Hogamart with a ball in towards Vernon. We're taking a deflection out of play for a Crystal Palace throw-in, which Vernon will take. Everett. Lock in. We've got Havermart. And here's an opportunity for Palace to level, which they have done. Goal number 3 of the campaign for Kirsty Howard. And Sunderland's lead is wiped out within 3 minutes. When Havermart played the ball in towards Emma Watson and perfectly into the path of Kate Howard. A really neat finish. So, all level, all square in what's been a really good start to this WSL2 game. With Katie Watson hammering Sunderland ahead from a well-drilled corner routine on 9 minutes. And then Kirsty Howard benefiting from Emma Watson's clever through ball and stealing the ball beyond Grace Maloney to tie things up. Everett with one card. The defence is something that Joe Potter has encouraged this season. Back to Maloney, who'll go long for Sunderland. He's first to the secondary ball, which is Vernon. In a tight area. And the ball bounces off Corbin for a Crystal Palace throw-in. Long-range shot was certainly worth the effort. It's been an action-packed opening quarter to this WSL2 game. Napier. Getting the ball out wide. Van Mark. With the clearance. He picked up though the Sunderland by Stanton. And now here's Larkin for Crystal Palace as they put the spring forward, which is to a left, which is cuts inside. And goes for a long range effort, and again not far away. And one feature of Crystal Palace display in the early stages is that they're not afraid to have a go from distance, with Abby Larkin, the latest player to attempt to go from range. Actions to a left, but sight set on goal. And there wasn't much room to spare as the ball whistled wide of Grace Maloney's goal. Shiva playing the ball back into her own half. Listen, Swaby to keeper Yanez. The chase is on here, and some good defensive work there by Hannah Greenwood, who was determined to be in control of that defensive situation for Sunderland, which she fully accomplished. Here's Van Havermaet. Going to be working hard for Crystal Palace in the opening stages as the ball goes back to Yanez. This Swaby. Ball was aimed out wide in the direction of Bearden. Coming on the way of Palace. Blanchard. Referee has awarded the free kick for a foul on Eleanor Dale. Shiva to turn, goes down though. Napier rolling the ball forward. And losing a balance. Running away there from Eleanor Dale. Throwing the ball in towards Swaby. Back to keeper Yanez. Blanchard is calling for the ball short, but Swaby picks up the possession and it's closed down. But still has the skill, the ability and the presence to emerge with Palace on the front foot. Played inside by Watson. Here's Blanchard. Van Havermaet. Scores a level at 1-1, but Crystal Palace have had the greater goal attempts. 4 attempts on goal to Sunderland's 2. Possession-wise, Palace have had 65%. And here's Veerden, who's halted by the challenge of Watson. And a free kick to Palace and a chance to load the ball into the Sunderland penalty area, which looks as though it's going to be the intention. Blanchard and Vierden, the players over the ball. And Palace are bringing 7 players inside the Sunderland penalty box. In by Blanchard, it's well defended though. Sunderland can maybe now launch a counter-attack. Achieving it well. Watson, bundle off the ball and winning a free kick. It's Hannah Greenwood, who's a prominent player in northeastern football. He previously represented Sunderland's rivals Newcastle United. It's wide towards Napier. Scar's ball down the wing is to nobody in particular. On Havermark with a good first touch. And the momentum carries her forward. Blanchard. Bringing her pass out wide towards Vierden. Corbin will take the throw for Sunderland. All the way back to keeper Yanez, but building from the back is a style that no part of the manager is certainly approving of. Listen, Robbie. Pressing and trying to shut down Palace's space when they try to emerge from their own defensive third. Scar carrying the ball forward, maybe a shooting chance here, and it'll break to Scar, who just couldn't direct the effort on target. She appreciates the endeavours of her teammates leading up to the opportunity. Shiva's shot taking a deflection and hit first time by Scar, which was the right thing to do, but just unable to get the attempt on target. 3 goals away to account the season. Emily Scar, she's certainly been a prominent figure in Sunderland's play this season. Opportunity here as the players converge on the ball on the near post, and it runs into the safety of Che Yanez. The referee is supposed to play. They wanted a drop ball with the possession back with Crystal Palace as moves to past the midway point of the first half. Crystal Palace falling behind for that goal from a set play, which saw Katie Watson fire in from the edge of the box. Kirsty Howard level things up. Someone would have a throw to be taken by Griffiths. Certainly made her presence known since coming back into the side. Away only as far as Hannah Greenwood. And the ball was aimed up wide for Louise Griffiths, but she was unable to get there. Richie Fenton, the Sunderland number 14, former Blackburn Rovers player, had the disappointment of seeing her former club disbanded at the end of last season. Throw in taken by Everett, and then free kick given the way of Crystal Palace. Just taking a knock there from behind. Larkin's a popular figure amongst the Crystal Palace support. Ireland international, represented them at the last World Cup. A player that's got considerable experience, having played for Shelbourne in her homeland of Ireland in Dublin, and also having had a spell at Glasgow City. As Joe Potter issues her instructions. Well, they fell behind to that. 5-minute goal from Katie Watson as a result of not having a player on the edge of the box to defend a corner, allowing Watson space, but then they regain the initiative and wrestle the possession back with an equalising goal from Kirsty Howard. Still, Hubby Larkin is receiving attention. So Larkin is going to be able to continue. As referee Jade Wardle just checks that she's made sufficient recovery. So the referee just instructing as to how she'll restart play. And gives the ball to Amy Everett. It's the score of the Palace equaliser. Howard, who's got Palace up the field. Napier will take the throw in. Gain a couple of yards up their right side. We're going for a longer throw this time. Everett's throw. And Larkin has maybe got room for a cross here. Letting the ball run behind again for a fourth throw in the space of a minute or so. Larkin. He's able to get the cross in. It's a good one as well, only partially cleared. And Habermas out wide to Napier. The ball was a little bit too long, really, and allows Watson a chance to dribble the ball up towards the halfway line, and Watson has done extremely well until she goes to the ground under challenge from Ashley Vierden. First step from Kenny Watson, just to ease the defensive situation from a Sunderland point of view. Watson, a scorer from Sunderland's goal. And now they've got the opportunity to assert some pressure from a free kick situation. Robjohn playing the ball wide to the left, and Everett with some commanding defending. Everett with a throw. It's towards Van Habermas. To the ground goes Howard, impeded. And Everett is allowed Napier to take the free kick. Swaby. Back to Everett. It's a good curling ball. Maybe an opportunity here. Watson was the benefactor of a really good through pass there. It was just unable to steady herself in order to be able to get a shot in on target. Ball over the top, having spotted the run. And the rescued finish from Emma Watson. It's one of the reasons, though, why Crystal Palace are so pleased to have Amy Everett back in the team, not just because of her defensive experience and capabilities, but also the fact that she has got plenty of vision in terms of being able to pick out a pass as a very good distributor of the ball. In defensive mode to bring the ball out of her own defensive third, and again go long with the ball, which is being pursued by Emma Watson. Jimmy Napier to take the throw in for Palace. Napier again. Everett. Swaby. Vierden trying to turn. Referee insisting that Mary Corbin gets it back a couple of yards. way through for a Palace goal kick. Potter's a hugely experienced coach at this level of football. And the senior side create the better chances, the more clear-cut openings. But it remains Crystal Palace 1, Sunderland 1. Maloney with a long high ball. Blanchard looking to win the ball back to Palace, but Kitchen has done extremely well to get the ball out wide and crossed in by Watson, but easily gathered by Shea Yanez. Wrong throw. It's into the path of Van Havermaet. Here's Napier. Everett. Swarby for Palace. Larkin. Swarby in towards Van Havermaet. Everett back to Swarby. Van Havermaet. And Napier has continued this Crystal Palace move, but the flag goes up for offside. The hit from Maloney and ultimately conceding the throw. Larkin. Blanchard with a curling ball in towards the far post area. She'd spotted the run of Jamie Lee Napier, who was well forward from the defensive position. Of Watson for a Sunderland throw. Louise Griffiths will deliver. On to Dale. Charlie shot the ball as Sunderland come forward. That through ball though, which was intended for Eleanor Dale, who was furthest forward for the West Side team. Here's Van Havermaet. In pursuit, but just a little bit too much weight put on that through ball. To go for a long one down the middle. The ball won by Kitching. Also the path of Everett, who's got Warby square. This is Annabelle Blanchard. Good little turn there from Abby Larkin. By Scott and Blanchard. There's Napier for Crystal Palace, who goes down under the weight of Griffiths' challenge, but nothing wrong with it in the referee's opinion. She feels that maybe it was worthy of possibly a little bit more. The Match official Jane Wardle was of the opinion that perhaps she went down a little bit too easily. Free kick with Dale impeded. Here's Natasha Fenton for Sunderland. Griffiths with a lane towards the far post area. And Watson had made a run forward, and the corner's given the way of Sunderland, whose goal came from a set play in the 9th minute. Crystal Palace put Abby Larkin on the edge of the 18-yard area and will not allow Katie Watson the sort of room that she had for that 9th-minute opener. This time was towards the far post area, but somewhat miscued by Natasha Fenton. Everett. On Havermat. Blanchard. To Swaby. On Havermat. Vieren trying to find room for a cross, which she has done. Defended well though. Jamie Napier again was able to get herself into an advanced position, but Louise Griffiths, the Sunderland defender, was alive and alert to any potential danger. It was a decent looking cross that was delivered by Vieren. Who's been at the club since 2023, showing some decent defensive resolve. And lets the ball run behind for a throw-in. Throw in. Havermat. With Swaby. Back to Swaby again. It's Nolan. Blanchard. Swaby's got Everett wide. Havermat Alex continue to thread the passes together. Blanchard moving infield and then regaining the ball at the second attempt. Swaby to Everett and almost into the path of Larkin. And a smile on the face suggests that the intentions were good. Swaby got the ball to Everett, and again a vision. And the ball into the box and bouncing off Rabjohn and then ultimately off Larkin and behind for a Sunderland goal kick. As we move into the first of 4 minutes of stoppage time at the end of the first half, following that spell of treatment that was required for Abby Larkin. It's Blanchard to Everett. Swaby holding up wide if needed. From short to Blanchard. And Havermat to Swaby. Havermont to Blanchard. Then they play their way through the Sunderland lines. The defensive shape that Mel Ray has organised has been very, very difficult to penetrate at times. There's Katie Watson, the scorer of the Sunderland goal. Gets the team up the pitch and wins the throw-in. Opportunities here. Cleared away by Swarby. On by Blanchard, but there's nobody that far up the field for Crystal Palace, and Hannah Greenwood is able to allow keeper Grace Maloney to take control of the situation. Free kick given on the way of Sunderland with Stanton over the ball, and Sunderland committing a number of players in and around the Palace 18-yard box. Stanton delivers the ball into an area where Yanez is able to come and punch, and that was very commanding goalkeeping from the USA-born player. Blanchard heads away. Blanchard picked up the possession. Goes long down the middle. Napier with a throw. And Larkin has done well. Maybe a chance for Watson to get the ball in. She's on the side of corner. And Louise Griffiths has been a key figure for Sunderland defensively in this first half. Vierden has come across to the right to deliver a corner with a very congested 6-yard box. The ball whips in towards the far post area. Maloney got a touch. Blanchard in towards Larkin. Taking a deflection. Coming away for another corner kick. Greenwood holding firm at the back for Sunderland. Actually going for a throw in by the corner flag, which Jamie Lee Napier, I think, is going to look to launch long in towards the box. It's flicked on twice. There's Vierden, can she find room to turn? No, she should come into the ball to Natasha Fenton, who's able to bring the ball out of defence as the referee Jade Wardle brings the first period to a close at the halfway stage, with Sunderland to recommence the game. They have won away from home already this season on the opening day with that emphatic 4-0 win away at Sheffield United. Here's Nola Palace. Blanchard. Swarby to Blanchard again. The ball. Treatment is required. I think it's for Annabelle Blanchard. Blanchard, who's holding her left shoulder. So play continues, and Blanchard's okay to carry on as she takes receipt of the ball. Everett to Blanchard, and nicks the ball away from Dale. Swarby to Nolan. And all the way back to Yanez. Blanchard to Larkin, who turns and then is dispossessed. Larkin putting the ball behind for a Sunderland throw. Louise Griffiths with the throw-in for the away team. Milray with a alteration to make it half-time, with Brianna Westrop having come on for E.B. Rabjon. Nolan turning. And all of a sudden there's an opportunity here for Sunderland. And it's not taken from Eleanor Dale, who shot straight at Shea Yanez. Unexpectedly, the ball falling into Dale's path. But Yanez was ready for it when the shot came in. Palace aiming to assert some pressure. Cleared away by Greenwood for Sunderland. In for Palace. Sunderland 2-on-2 here, and the flag goes up for offside as Katie Watson was sensing a potential opportunity. Swarby towards Van Havermaet and back to Swarby. Joe Potter has seen his side have the bulk of the possession. They've been very neat from back to middle. But the aim is to obviously get in behind the Sunderland defence, which at times has been very well shaped, constructed and disciplined. Larkin for Palace. Closed down by Shiva. There's Blanchard to Van Havermaet, who figured to thread through a clever little ball into the final third to unlock that Sunderland rear guard. Annie Napier with the Sunderland throw. She's going to leave it for her captain, the returning Amy Everett, who had a big influence on the first half. Here's Watson, who's done well with 3 to look for in the middle. It's not the ball for Palace to defend. The ball ultimately steered away to safety from Amy Everett. But Katie Watson has definitely got the ability to bring the ball forward and delivers a useful cross. That Palace alert at the back, and they had to be. The corner's been given, and again it's very congested in and around the Palace goal mouth, and the ball is swung in, punched away by Yanez. Watson trying to keep the ball alive for Sunderland, but here's Veerden to puts Crystal Palace in a counter-attacking situation, and she's got the skill and she's got the ability, but she's still going. Absolutely thwarted. And the run from Ashley Veerden was very, very enterprising indeed. Very nearly created an opening inside the Sunderland 18-yard box, with the Palace side having turned defence into attack very quickly there. Just for a moment, losing possession. They've regained it again. And Everett has slipped and trying to clear. They had the ball in the air, but lofted in towards the edge of the 6-yard box, and again Yanez is forced to come off a line to collect the ball. And caught Mary Corbin accidentally. Looking at the 10 minutes played in the second period, we're still awaiting the first big chance of the second half. Both sides have certainly shown attacking intent. Pass throw. Taken by Napier. Again, Sunderland getting players back inside their own penalty box and condensing the space as the ball runs through to Maloney. It's going to come straight back at Sunderland, or may have done, until the possession changed hands. Here's Watson deflecting the ball off Nolan, and Sunderland have a corner. So Palace face to defend another corner to be taken by Katie Kitchen, which is one in the air by Van Havermaet. So Crystal Palace are going to make a change with Mikato about to enter the action. And it looks as though Justine van Havermaet is going to be the player to make way for Mikato. Up into the air by Napier. Some changes about to be made with the Swedish player coming on. And the Belgian going off. Some of Justine van Havermaet's elite players been of a high quality this afternoon, having played a hand in the equalising goal that was ultimately scored by Kirsty Howard. But Van Havermaet's ball in towards Emma Watson got things going for a really clever delivery into the path of Howard for an excellent finish. This after Palace had fallen behind 3 minutes prior to that goal from Katie Watson. Yes, Emma Watson. Play that wide towards Sunderland's Katie Watson. Holland's gone with that. Watson inside. Here's Watson again. She's got two for company, and the ball in towards the centre. And the headed opportunity was steered wide by Eleanor Dale. Katie Watson with some fine wing play again. This time she had two opponents double banking, but was still able to get a good right foot cross in. And Eleanor Dale with some good attacking play, getting in ahead of a marker, but just glancing the header the wrong side of goal. Is there going to be a winner between these two sides? Drawn games have been a prominent feature of both Crystal Palace and Sunderland seasons. Tasha Fenton, the Sunderland midfielder who's had an influence in this game with the corner assist for the Sunderland goal. Here it's Fenton. And again, the outlet wide right is Katie Watson, who has support in the shape of Corbyn. Back to Watson again. He's got two defenders doubling up. One of them is Vierden, who hooks the ball away, but only as far as Corbyn. Blanchard's across this time for Crystal Palace to ensure that Sunderland don't make any further ground down the right. Corbyn's throw. Vierden doing well. Spoke to Larkin. Goal kick given. And the change is being made. So the goal scorer, Kirsty Howard, is making way, and Elsie Hughes is the player who's coming on. It's her sixth appearance of the season. She's got 1 goal to her credit. We've used the width on the right quite a lot in this game of Sunderland, particularly in the second half. Joe Potter, the head coach of Crystal Palace, making a couple of second half changes in a bid to try and come up with a formula that can break the Sunderland defence down. Sunderland certainly carried a threat in the second half, especially with Eleanor Dale playing as an orthodox striker. We have had those 2 chances since the break. Sunderland are making their first change. Kira Barry is coming on. And Eleanor Dale is the player making way. So 2 changes made by both sides, allowing 1 more window of opportunity for further changes in the remaining minutes. There's lock-in for Crystal Palace, but Sunderland back in the possession. And Barry immediately into the action for Sunderland and lofting the ball in towards the far post area. Not sure whether she was aiming that as a cross towards Katie Watson or an attempt on goal, but Kira Barry making her presence felt at the beginning of her introduction to the game. From Swarby, I think it was aimed for Verdon. Mary Corbin with the Sunderland throw-in. So, treatment required. For Cheyennes. As has become fairly customary in football, especially this season, it also offers the chance for the coaches to impart wisdom and instructions. Well, certainly the way that Mel Ray's got her team constructed for this second half, it has been very, very difficult for Crystal Palace to fashion chances. And Jo Potter, having made a couple of changes herself, is imparting her words of wisdom on her group of players. From home, Sunderland have had some good results this season. Crystal Palace will feel that perhaps they need to maximise their home form a little bit more, having drawn games against Southampton and against Newcastle last time out. This is a different contest really for Jo Potter to get her head around. In the Newcastle game a week ago, was side with 2 goals up at this particular stage and then succumbed to 2 late strikes from the away side. In this particular contest, the side fell behind to a well-drilled set play from El Rey's team. Got themselves back Palace on level terms within 3 minutes, but then having had the bulk of the first half opportunities, haven't really been able to create an awful lot in this second period, with maybe the away team having had the best start to goal, especially that Eleanor Dale header when she got in front of her marker to connect with a right wing Katie Watson cross. And here's another delivery into the danger area for Sunderland. Hit forward all the way through from Hannah Greenwood. And Yanez gets the ball out wide, and Napier will hit the ball long. Again, Greenwood with some commanding defending for Sunderland. Kept from going for a corner by Westrup. Griffiths being ushered back a couple of yards prior to taking the throw for Sunderland. Hooked into the air by Blanchard. Rescued by Veerden. Watson challenging for the ball. Veerden has done well to retrieve it for Palace. Back to Nolan. All the way back to Yanez. Here's Everett. Swarby. Everett. Lock in. The ball out wide to Veerden. Can she find room for a shot? She's gone near post. And it was well defended by Brianna Westrup. The Dutch winger Veerden spotting the near post opportunity, but Westrup was well placed to be able to deal with the shot, which definitely was goal bound. With Grace Maloney diving to her left. Players are standing a little bit further back. This corner delivery, which is punched away by Maloney. Lofted back in again, but high and over the bar. It's on by Kitching. Blanchard controlling. There's both sets of players eager to get onto the secondary balls. It's been a very, very good contest in that respect. Here's Everett. Watson looking for an inward route, but shrugged off the ball. It's Crystal Palace look to counter thrust, and the ball aimed out wide towards Larkin. Progress is immediately halted by Louise Griffiths, who's turned in a really solid performance for Sunderland today. Jamie Lee Napier with a Palace throw. Swerve to Blanchard. And the way back to keeper Yanez. Everett. Again, Palace finding it difficult to get in behind the Sunderland defence. They did have encouragement a few moments ago with that running shot from Ashley Vierden. That was well dealt with by Rihanna Westrup, the second half Sunderland substitute, who certainly slotted into the role that she's been asked to do particularly well. Nolan's throw for Palace. And down goes Elsie Hughes to win a free kick for the home side. Taken by Vierden to Blanchard. Swarby. Back to Yanez with options short, but preferring to go long. But unable to lake out the run of Emma Watson. Going to get Harry into the action. Shot back to Yanez. On Hughes, and a free kick which Blanchard wants to take quickly for Palace. Swarby out wide to Everett, and back to Swarby again. Blanchard. It's Vierden. The work rate of the Sunderland players off the ball is a factor that I'm sure will please Mel Ray, because keeping a shape off the ball and not allowing their opponents to get into the rhythm that they're trying to do is a factor that's been very prominent in this second period. And in that respect, Sunderland have done particularly well. Natasha Fenton is the player over the ball for Sunderland. She's going to leave it though. Maloney, I think, is going to launch the ball in towards the Crystal Palace penalty area, or certainly in that direction anyway. Swarby with a commanding defensive header. Hughes trying to turn. And Sunderland have got opportunities here as the cross bounces off Swarby, and then this time shot from Katie Kitching is well off target. Here's Everett bringing the ball from defence. Nolan. Well, the Tigers stayed down momentarily and then rather belatedly went up against Kira Berry. Opportunity maybe for Elsie Hughes to try and get in behind Sunderland's rear guard, but Palace will come forward again through Blanchard. And here's Vierden. Could you get the better of Corbin? Corbin affects the challenge, and it's a clean one. And a very, very good one in such a tight area. Had to be precise, it was. And Watson is on the overlap. Neat skill by Watson. The Sunderland attack continues until the ball is put behind for a corner. But it had to be absolutely spot on, and the tackle from Mary Corbin was, as play continues, and Sunderland look to try and find an opportunity. With a long-range attempt going well wide. Well, can Joe Potter find the correct formula in the final 10 minutes to turn another potential one-pointer into 3? Some of them will be asking the same questions. A bit of a difference in the contrasting styles of play, but both have been effective to a point. Annabelle Blanchard. Swimming back to Blanchard. And then through the gap. Watkins' ball is long. Turned out wide towards Watson, who's definitely been Sunderland's most creative outlet throughout the game. On their right. Will take the throw in, as Sunderland are going to make a double change. Jamie Finn's one of the players who's coming on. It's a treble substitution, so Jamie Finn is coming on for Katie Kitchen. Ellen Jones is going to replace Katie Watson, who's been outstanding for Sunderland today and scored the goal. And the third change is going to be Izzy Atkinson, with Emily Scarr, the player, make her way. So all 5 substitutes have been used now by Mel Ray. But can the reconfiguration find Sunderland a winner in the minutes that remain? Or are the Wearsiders happy to take a point away from the VBS Community Stadium? Nolan shrugged up the ball, and then in trying to recover it, he's guilty of a foul on Fenton and receives a yellow card for a trouble. Cleared away by Alison Swarby. The ball bounces awkwardly. Put forward by Napier. Good defensive work there from Hayley Nolan. Mary Corbin, who made that brilliant tackle against Ashley Veerden. The throw in, maybe an opening here for Sunderland, and to ground went Ellen Jones, but play answers the referee. Jones unable to keep the ball in play. So we're going to have a big finale to this. So 4 minutes remain from the stoppage time. Can Palace find themselves a goal late on? Again, though, Sunderland with some sturdy defending, but they've got to face up to another corner. And Ashley Veerden is running across from the left side to the opposite side. Five Palace players around the 6-yard area. It's curled in by Veerden. But good goalkeeping from Grace Maloney to pull the ball out of the air. Both keepers have shown real quality under pressure late on. The Sunderland try and launch a last gasp attack, and some really good defending from Larkin to make sure that Sunderland didn't get that side of goal. Nephews allowed the ball to run out of play. And Everett will take the throw-in for Crystal Palace. This ball is met by Maloney, who came out of her area. With the throw. Croft getting the ball through the gap to Shenez, and then out wide to Everett, who understandably wants to go long and try and turn the Sunderland defenders. And the foul has been committed by Larkin on Griffiths for a Sunderland free kick. As we enter the 6th and final minute of stoppage time at the end of this WSL2 contest, and Sunderland maybe with an opportunity for a late winner. Shot blocked though. Maybe Palace can come forward, but no way forward there for Ashley Veerden. Mary Corbin will get to her feet, and it was a foul by Veerden on Corbin. And this surely will be the last act of this contest, with again Natasha Fenton, the Sunderland dead ball player, over the ball. And Sunderland committing 8 outfield players towards the edge of the Palace box. In from Fenton towards the far post area, but pointed up by Shea Yanez. As the referee Jade Wardle brings a conclusion to the contest.